Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now, for this video, I'd like to review a DVD that I watched just last night. The movie, it was made in 1976. It stars Leon Vitali, Pierre Oscarson, and it was directed by Calvin Floyd. And that movie is called Terror of Frankenstein. Now, as per usual, before I say anything further about the movie as a whole and give you my thoughts on the storyline, I'll just read you the synopsis on the back of this DVD, just in case you're not familiar with it. The classic story of a man who creates a monster as it's never been told before. Victor Frankenstein discovers the secrets of life, but what he creates in his laboratory is no mere man, but a misbegotten creature bent on punishing his creator for bringing him into an unjust, cruel world. So there you go, guys. That's the synopsis for this 1976 version of the Mary Shelley classic gothic novel Frankenstein. Now, on to my thoughts now on the movie as a whole. Yeah, I haven't really got, unfortunately, guys, as much as I love me Frankenstein movies, I think I've got to say it, guys, this was definitely one of the worst. Oh, and as regards the creature, oh God, he didn't look so much as a creature. He looked much more like a middle-aged woman who just slapped makeup on, a slapdash to go for a nice house and that. He looked more, honestly, he looked more like a woman, than he did, let alone a monster, let alone a man, a monster. Very, very unscary monster. Yeah, the storyline as a whole, guys, it was I'm afraid, like it lacks soul, it lacks substance, and it was basically, it seemed to me, it was a bit of a rush job, All right, it started off like Mary Shelley's novel in the Arctic. The captain on board the ship in the Arctic, he finds Victor Frankenstein and that near death, basically, frozen and that, and he takes him on board the ship, and Victor starts to relate all the events leading up to why he's basically why he's in the Arctic, and then the story unfolds like when he starts off with his experiments and that, creating the monster and that. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, I can't say very good things about this. I thought it was very lackluster Frankenstein movie, and I've seen loads of Frankenstein movies in my time. And of course, if you've been following my channel, my '1 Frankenstein monster is Boris Karloff, and my #1 Baron Frankenstein is Peter Cushing. But this, guys, it was a major disappointment. Now I was drawn to this actually when I saw that on the internet that it was the most faithful of all film versions of Mary Shelley's novel. Well, I didn't think so, guys. But yeah, it was just and the colour as well. It was very, very drab. It was like almost like like that dirty dishwater look I often describe, and that the analogy I use in a lot of my videos when I'm describing a very poor picture in in a movie I've watched. It was like it looked as if it had been made for television as well. Yeah, and I was very disappointed with it, guys, and that it's a shame, really, because each new Frankenstein movie I buy, I always have, I always hope there's going to be a good one, like, for instance, Frankenstein, A True Story, which I'm a major fan of, starring Leonard Whiting and Michael Sarrazin. That's one of my favourite Frankenstein movies, that. Yeah, unfortunately, this didn't do anything for me, Actually fell asleep, actually found myself dropping off near the end, so what I had to do, I had to just rewind the last 15 minutes and that, to sort of, see what I'd missed, But oh yeah, there was no tenseness in it, and even the scene in the blind man's hut, it's an iconic scene, that, isn't it, with the monster. It goes into the blind, he goes into the blind man's hut, and he teaches him how to speak, but the monster already knows how to speak in this, because he's educated himself like he did in the Frankenstein novel. That's where a lot of people get confused. Like, they think, just because the monster's a lumbering brute in all the Frankenstein movies, they think, that's sort of he's the same in the novel. No, he's not. He's a very, very learned creature. He's read up a lot, read a lot of books and that, and he's very, very intelligent, almost more intelligent than Baron Frankenstein himself, But yeah, guys, I've got, as I say, I was very disappointed this this 1976 version of Frankenstein story, Terror of Frankenstein. Yeah, it was slow, it was dull, it had no heart, it had no soul, it had no substance, and as I say, even when Elizabeth, met her sad demise and that again, it didn't really sort of like move me and that, whereas in other Frankensteins, the way they'd done it was really shocking, basically even the Robert De Niro Frankenstein, very, very shocking scene where the monster murders Elizabeth and he says to Victor, Victor's going to make him a mate because the monster wants Victor to make him a mate, and he'll promise if Victor makes him the mate, he'll go away and never be seen again. Even that scene and that, where the monster threatens him and I said, I'll be with you on your wedding night, it's just, to be honest, guys, it seems to me to be more like a parody, because I just took one look at the monster. I thought to myself, that looks like a bloody woman. That looks like a bloody woman, the sort of like just slapped some makeup on, slapdash and that, and going out on the town and that, very, very poorly designed creature, and as I say, like, it didn't even look very strong. Like, the Frankenstein monster is always, in his movies, more often than not, is this big hulking presence and that, you wouldn't want to mess with, but there was nothing about this monster, guys, that, sort of like instilled any great fear, and, but although it's got a lovely cover, I have to say, the movie story did not live up to the aesthetics of the cover, so and the other guys just show you some more stills of the movie there. There you go, guys. Yeah, so and even when the monster, when Victor created the monster, that was a non-event, because like you see him going to the laboratory and that, and messing around with chemicals and that, and cutting body parts up and that. When the time actually comes for him to, to sort of like, breathe life into the monster by means of the electricity, you just see the storm, electricity. You don't even see Victor, hauling the monster up into the elements and that, which I loved in the Carl Frankenstein movie and other Frankenstein movies. You don't even see that. You just see like a pop of lightning and the creature's alive, and very, very anticlimactic, guys, and that, in every way, I think it's one of the, if not the dullest Frankenstein movie I've ever seen in my whole life. So if you love Frankenstein, but this is just my opinion, yous might like it, yous might like the slow pace, yous might like the monster not being so monstrous looking, if you like, but it wasn't for me, guys. But this is just my opinion. If you want to see this Terror of Frankenstein, buy it, rent it, or whatever, but I'm just saying it wasn't for me, so, and I love Frankenstein, like, but as I say, I'm not going to be watching this again. I won't be adding it to my collection, unfortunately, as much as I would have liked to have added it, like, as virtually every Frankenstein movie I've bought, I've been pleased with, and I've added it to my collection, along with the Karloff and Cushing movies. But this is guys, as far as I can say, this is going to go on eBay, yeah. All right then, guys, on to me rating for Terror of Frankenstein. I think you know what I'm going to say, guys, don't you? I think I'm going to give this just maybe 2 out of 10, guys. That's all it's worth, in my opinion. I like the opening scene in the Arctic and that, which you always enjoy in a Frankenstein movie. The desolate Arctic and that, and the monster on the sleigh, with the dogs and that, but after that, guys, once Victor starts, a very frozen Victor starts relating the story to the captain and that, it all goes right downhill, guys. It really does, yeah. And but yeah, so there you go, guys. That's my review of the 1976 movie Terror of Frankenstein. Have you seen this movie by any chance? What did you think of it? Do you share my low opinion of it? It could have been better. Yeah. Oh yeah. Very, very. As I say, guys, its main problem, it had no soul. It had no heart. At times, it didn't even seem like a bloody Frankenstein movie. And the monster. Oh my days, I think I've said enough about the monster. Alright then, guys, that's it. Yeah, usually if you like the video, please rate, share, subscribe, comments. I'll be back again very, very soon with another video. Take care. Bye for now. What do you think of the movie so far then, Al? Rubbish!